Now in this video we will learn how to validate a string, whether a given string is valid or not. Most of the time while creating a login or an account we have to mention a username or password, and for most passwords we find that a valid password is required. So what is valid password? Only alphabets or numbers are allowed, special characters are not allowed. So similar thing we are going to check it. So we have a string here. Now in this string only alphabets and numbers are there, so it is a valid string. If any special character is there, then it is invalid. For example, I will change one of the alphabet, I'll make it as a question mark, like this is a special character. So if it is a special character, then it is invalid string, right? So this is what we have to check, whether it is valid or not. So there are two methods. One is a simple method that I am going to show you. Second method is using regular expressions. So if you want to learn about regular expression, you can learn and use it. Even in C++ programs, you can use that. Now let us follow the basic method. So in this method, what I should do to check whether it is valid or not, I should scan through this entire string and find each and every alphabet is valid or not. If any one of the alphabet is not valid, then I should say it is invalid string. Like first A, yes, it's capital A, it's okay. Then okay, I, okay, question mark, invalid. So stop, I don't have to check the rest. If suppose this was valid, it was L earlier, so it's valid, 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 reach the end, so true, its string is valid string, right? So for performing this procedure, I should scan through the string and check for each and every alphabet. So let us write on a function for that one. Instead of writing inside the main function, I will write it as a function. So let us check it. I'll change it to question mark. It is invalid, right? So I'll write a function. Function name is valid, right? And it will take a string as a parameter. So character and star name. So that will appear here. And it should return whether it is true or false. Means valid or not. So if it is valid, it will return 1. Otherwise, it will return 0. Then what I have to do in this one, I should scan through this string. So for that I will take a variable I, and using a for loop I will scan through this. For I assign 0, and as long as name of I is not equal to null character, continue I++. Then each time I should check whether an alphabet is valid or not. So for being valid, it should be within a range of capital letters, small letters or numbers. If it is not, then it is invalid. So here I will write on the conditions. Just watch the condition. If name of I is greater than or equal to 65 and name of I is less than equal to 90. So what is this? This is for valid range. Yes, it is valid range. Valid uppercases. But I have to check for invalid. So instead of taking this, I should say not of this. Means it is not in this one. If it is not in this one. If it is not in this one, then it is invalid. Right? But other ranges are also there. Lower cases are also there. So I should write, and I should check for the next set of characters, that is small letters. Then again, not of small letter, that is name of I is greater than or equal to 97 and name of I is less than or equal to 122, and means it is not in this range and not in this range and not in another range. So it means it's not in this range and not this in this range. As well as for numbers also I should write down. So I will not complete this one. So again I have to say name of, that is 48 to 57, right? You can understand this one. So these three conditions, if it is not among these, then it's a special character. So here I should return false, that is 0. And this is all happening inside for loop, right? Inside the for loop, for every alphabet we are checking whether it is not in this range and not in this range and not in this range, then it is a invalid symbol, right? Invalid letter. So return 0 means return false. Otherwise, if I have came out of the loop by reaching the end of a string, then everything was perfect, so return 1, return true. That's it. So this is the validation function. Now there inside the main function I will write down if validate send name. If it returns true, if this returns true, then this if will be true, then we will print, just I'll write pf here for printing, then I will say valid string or valid string, right? Then otherwise in the else part I will write printf, that is just I am saying pf, so it is invalid string, means if it is false then it is invalid string. This is the main function. So in this function we have written a lot of conditions. So yes, if a lot of rules are there, then a lot of conditions will be there. So we have seen a validation function. You can try this function. You can write on this function by yourself.